Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bulldogs offense will get the first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking downfield. It's Beck. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision. 4th
down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Clemson's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a...
Oh, there's the ball! Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. Your starting running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have a big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Running back goes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Lets it fly. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So So not even the pass interference could stop that play. They'll decline the penalty, and they have the touchdown. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Maffa. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Power football with the run. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there. The defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll try to do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Beck. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Here's the handoff. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. He's going to pass on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second and short now after that completion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Gets it out fast. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
And here comes the offense on second down. On the move, it's Etienne. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. To throw, it's Beck. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Got a man. It's Etienne. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll immediately call timeout. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Maffa. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll run it from the gun. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set. He's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Clemson is quick to the line. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. They'll leave it with him. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal to go to situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Open space at the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they closed to within 10, down 17-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's dealt. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know what this...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll try to tack on one more. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man, it's Klubnik. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Dogs haven't just been hungry, they've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
Got his man down the middle. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier in bounds.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Tigers are flying down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throws toward the end zone. What a snag by the defense.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need. all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
With the clock running, this should be the final play.